happened. Arsenal losing 5-0 to Manchester City. Theo, you're our Arsenal correspondent, AFTV. What happened?
So let's take it away with some stats first. Let's get into some of these stats. Manchester City had 81% possession. Arsenal had 19. Manchester City had 4.03 expected goals. Arsenal had 0.1. Manchester City had 25 chances created and 25 shots. Arsenal had 1 shot and 1 chance created. We had 1 shot off target. We had no shots on target. We did really, really well. We had 0 XG in the second half, which is even crazier to me. I actually did not get up to watch this game, but I watched the highlights. And what I noticed,
I'm glad you didn't.
What I noticed, I'm glad I didn't either. What I noticed from what we were trying to do is we were trying to run this formation that was like either a 5-4-1 or like a 5-1-3-1. And I hope the math checks out. Which was so weird because we had like 4 players pressuring their center backs, and then 1 pass from Ederson a couple times just took out our entire press. And then they had like a 5-on-5 breakaway. It was kind of nuts because it was so predictable and we could see it every time. Ederson legitimately had 1 pass at the end of the first half or at the beginning of the second half that went straight through our press, and it led to Manchester City's like third or fourth goal, all from 1 pass. It was exciting. It was a good game. I'm excited because this implosion starts something new, hopefully.
Yeah, I woke up to watch the game. I woke up half asleep. I saw the first goal where I forget who threw in the cross, but I saw Gundogan kind of just beat your defense to the ball, and what's his name in goal? Leno just kind of had a T-Rex arm, like trying to throw at it. Maybe one of the worst goalkeepers I've ever seen. He's awful.
It wasn't his fault. It was Callum Chambers. If you saw it, like the header, it was like Callum Chambers jumped and headed away and realized he had missed it, and Gundogan was behind him.
Yeah, it was.
But it was from like 2 yards away. I think Leno did as much as he could, to be honest. It was tough.
But I woke up. I was watching the first 7 minutes of the game. I saw that goal and I said, I'm going back to sleep because Arsenal about to lose 5-0.
They knew what was happening.
I woke up and it was 5-0. But I mean, I've always kind of been the one defending Arteta. I don't really think it's his problem. I think it's more of a cultural thing. But with that being said, the players have stopped playing for Arteta. That game was really just about Arsenal gave up. Arsenal gave up. You don't lose 5-0 unless you completely give up on it. With the type of players that Arsenal have, the only player – I watched the highlights. But the only player that seemed to give any type of effort, try anything, was Emile Smith-Rowe. Everyone else was just didn't really care. And I think that's the more troubling thing about Arsenal from my perspective.
No. Arsenal are a shambles, mate. This is a disgrace. Arteta is the worst manager in Premier League history.
No, that's not true.
No, Frank de Boer might be better than Arteta.
No.
Yes, he is. This man is literally a Lego character. He sucks. He sucks. How the hell do you all have 19% possession? This is the Arsenal. You know what? The fans expect something better. The fans expect something better than this. Under Arsene Wenger, everyone was like, oh, we could be much better. Then you get Emery, and it's like, oh, we should do much better. Now you're bringing literally a real-life Lego character. This man cannot manage anything.
Let me.
He cannot do anything. It is a shambles, mate. This guy should be out the club. Literally, I'll fire him for you. I'll drive him home. He needs to go. He needs to go, mate. It is time for Arteta out. I don't care anymore because Arsenal aren't playing for the badge. The players are better than this crap. They should not be losing 5-0 to City. If teams like Brentford and Stoke City and Panera Bread FC can shut up shop against Manchester City, how can Arsenal not do that? This 5-4-1 formation, this is not FIFA, mate. Get your shit together. Mm-hmm. You are a horrible manager. And the players, put in some damn effort. Do better. Mm-hmm. This is Arsenal. I get it. Oh my, they're not even fighting for the championship. They look like they're fighting to be in the championship, mate. They're in relegation form right now. This is ridiculous. This is not Brentford. This is the Arsenal.
Let me tell you who Arsenal need as their next manager. These men need a law. They need God, mate. They need a law because these men are lost. These men have no hope. They don't care. They're not fighting for the badge. They don't care. They're literally just showing up to get their paycheck. Arsenal players are, within the highest paid players in the Premier League. These men don't give a fuck. Excuse my language. They don't care. They're literally just showing up, taking their paycheck home, and going home and enjoying themselves. They don't care about winning. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about the badge. They don't care about anything. And like, I'm not even an Arsenal fan, but seeing that performance is embarrassing. It's awful.
Completely agree. I also think that we have the comment I made the other day about Arsenal having a bad mix of youth and experience.
Mm-hmm.
I think our experience and like our captains and the players who are much older have just been so poor, and it's set a horrible standard for the rest of the club and the rest of the team. And we have the young players who are leading everything. And Emile Smith-Rowe has looked like the only player giving any effort in any of the last 3 games.
I agree.
It just looks really, really bad. And you can see what Arteta was trying to do 2 years ago. What he wanted to do 2 years ago. And he had some good wins. He shut up shop a couple times. And he had some decent wins last season against teams that we were supposed to beat.
Mm-hmm.
But something changed. Something changed over the summer, over the beginning of this season. It just wasn't. It's just not working for him. It's not working at all. And I think I don't think he gets sacked after this. But we have a nice run of games of like 5-6 games. I think we play Tottenham in there, but we also play like Crystal Palace, Villa. We play Burnley. We play Norwich.
Y'all play Norwich next.
We have to do really well to in that next run of games.
Points.
Or if we don't do really well in the next couple games, then Arteta is probably gone. But right now, this implosion, Arteta is going to change something, and the club has to change a lot of things right now.
Let's get this straight. If Norwich beats Arsenal, is Arteta gone?
No, probably not. I'd give him a little bit longer.
If they lose to relegation, Norwich is already in the championship.
This is his
If they lose to Norwich, you think he stays? Does he deserve to stay?
I think if he loses to Norwich, then it's like
that's at home.
Next game. Next game's
at Tottenham.
Yeah, so it'll be like if we lose to Norwich, then he'll be on the hot seat for Tottenham, and if we lose to Tottenham in like a very convincing fashion, I think he would be gone pretty fast, because then that's like 0 for 5, lost all 5 games. So that being said, we have to pull out a couple wins from this next run of games, otherwise Arteta's on the hot seat.
He's already on the hot seat,
and it's just gonna be really bad because Arsenal took too long to get rid of Emery when we looked really, really bad under Emery.
Good evening.
And now we're looking really, really bad under Arteta, and I think they don't want to do the same thing of wasting too much time, because we wasted too much time to get in another manager after the Emery era. I just don't think we fired him fast enough, so I think we should probably be a little more ruthless this time, and if Arteta's not doing well in the next couple games, then he's got to go.
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you what the most concerning thing about Arsenal from my perspective as kind of a third party. These guys like Arteta and his system, they just don't have an identity. Like you watch a good City team, like even a good United team, or even Spurs under Nuno. They have a way that they set up every game. Those players know what they're gonna do. They set up in their formation. They do what they do, and their managers are good enough to make adjustments in the middle of the game. Arteta changes his tactics game to game. These guys don't have any idea what they're doing. They don't know. They don't have a system. They don't have an identity at all. And on top of that, as I said, these players have given up on playing for this manager. They don't care. They see that Arteta's not a good manager. They don't believe in his tactics. They don't believe in him, and they've just given up.
I think also at the same time there was a point in time when Manchester City were struggling under Guardiola. I think the beginning of last season and a little bit the season before. And Guardiola has this way of like constantly micromanaging everything, or he used to, as much more so. And Arteta kind of does that. And when you're constantly being yelled at and like things are changing and you're stopping training sessions and stopping scrimmages and stuff like that, I think it gets really tiring and really old for the players. So I think it's just kind of that general fatigue of Arteta trying to be in charge and trying to micromanage everything that's happening throughout the club. So
what I don't understand is like literally this defense is Swiss cheese. Like everything goes through it. It is ridiculous. Y'all go down to 10 men. And then y'all don't even pack it in. Y'all literally just keep on letting them, oh, yeah, for sure. Let's let City get another goal. They were walking into the goal, mate. Literally no one was stopping them.
Shambolic defense.
It was shambolic. Chambers, Holding, and Kolasinac, these men should literally be flipping burgers at McDonald's, not playing for Arsenal. Y'all are trash. And it's a disgrace that they even wear the Arsenal badge. McDonald's, not whatever you want, Jack in the Box, Wendy's. Like, these guys should be flipping burgers. They should not be playing for the Arsenal, man. And this is a disgrace. Like, it is ridiculous. And Arteta, you are so bad So bad.
He's worse as a manager than he is as a coach. Some of the contracts he's given out, like Xhaka got a red card, and he's done it again and again and again and again. Where he lets down the Arsenal fans, he lets down his teammates. Not only is he still the captain, he just got a new 4-year contract, and he's one of the highest paid players at the club. It's a disgrace. What is Arteta doing? And that's all him. He's the manager. He's in charge of transfers. He's in charge of contract extensions. He's in charge of everything.
I also think there's a couple players that this summer we're supposed to go, and we were supposed to either cancel their contracts or actually sell them on. And I think Kolasinac was one of those who we were going to cancel his contract
altogether. Why is he
altogether.
at the club? He's terrible.
And we ended up just keeping him, and now we're playing him. It's kind of
He
nuts.
got relegated with Schalke.
Yeah, he got relegated with Schalke. To be fair, Schalke were really, really bad. But he's not a very good player. He's not a center back for the most part.
He's not even a footballer at this point.
And I think Cedric we were supposed to get out too, and we didn't get rid of Cedric. We didn't get rid of Maitland-Niles. No one knows where Bellerin is.
My question is this.
What happens to these
Y'all
players?
spent the most money in the transfer window. And for this,
Yeah.
genuinely for this, if I'm Ben White, I'm seriously considering, damn, should I have stayed at Brighton?
Did Ben White play?
No.
No.
But if those are my teammates and I see that performance under that manager, I'm questioning whether I should have even have gone to Arsenal.
Should Leno be dropped for Ramsdale in the next game in your opinion?
Yeah,
Theo?
probably. Yeah.
You think so?
I think just for like something new. I think Ramsdale offers different things, and I think he's just as good a shot stopper as Leno is.
I mean, whoever sold Emi Martinez, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Awful.
I was also thinking about that too, and in the context, it just kind of made sense because at the time Leno was saving us points, and no one really knew what Martinez did besides that little 8-game span that he played. And they were at an ultimatum. They said, Martinez, you can stay, but you're gonna have to fight for your position. And when Leno comes back, he's our proven first-team goalkeeper.
Yeah, proven for letting goals in.
You can either fight for your place or
that's the only thing he's proven for.
You can leave. And Martinez is 29, and he was like, I'm gonna leave. Martinez is 29.